Hello all, hope you is goo, welcome back to EU4 and the stack wipe of Ryazan. So, I'm currently just at war with Ryazan and Transoxiana. I'm just trying to immediately take benefits of all the stuff going on. It's kind of working out quite nicely. And last time I thought I saw some suspicious movement and it turns out Muscovy were taking on Odeyev. I only know it's because while I was saving up, I saw this. Odeyevian separatists in Muscovy. Yeah, in Perm, but they're Muscovite-led. You get the idea. Basically, Odeyev didn't have their troops finished off by Muscovy. Let's go into 3 times speed for just a smidge here. Got a little bit of wiggle room at the moment. So far, I've beaten up Circassia entirely. We took out most of Kazan. I've taken out most of the Great Horde. And then next will be Muscovy. I would also like to start taking out Oirat and start making my way east to fight the Chinese dragon, but we'll see how that goes. For now, what I know is that I have the military advantage. I am Tech 4, which sets me head and shoulders above most people around the area. No, all people around the area, honestly. So, while Transoxiana were declaring their independence war, I took the opportunity to declare war on Transoxiana. The plan will be to take out the majority of their lands, make them nice and small. Preferably before they get re-enveloped into the fold of the Timurids, if such a thing happens. Though honestly, Timurids are looking fairly weak, so I imagine that the independences will go well for them all. All things considered. I'm also considering, while I've got a bit of a balance, I understand that Spoils of War is currently carrying, but hear me out. I want more everything. So let's take... Inflation's only 0.4. Let's take the inflation though, because I'm going to have my provinces revolt anyway. So, National Unrest -2 does basically nothing at the moment. And yes, my Grand Company are exactly 9k, so they'll siege and de-siege depending on the attrition in the province. But I need that province to break through the rest of Ryazan, i.e. their last province of Tula. Taking all of Ryazan does also stop Muscovy from being able to form Russia, by the way. You have, I think there's one of the conditions for forming Russia is owns Ryazan or Tula. Or Tula's part of one of the conditions and then Ryazan's part of another. So, yeah, you basically stop them in their tracks with that one. Then what I'm also going to do is, once Bashkiria has Bashkir, sorry, I'm actually going to statify Bashkiria and put some development into the gold. I want that to help carry me through nice and early here. I know it seems a bit counterintuitive considering that I raised the province, but it's because I wanted certain parts of it, like, you know, the points and just the fact that it's a gold province. I can raise it up with bird mana manually. A lot of my provinces are finished coring, which means that yes, I can now... I'm not going to statify too much land early game, but I do want this statified. With this in control. So now, yes, I know I used mill power when I want to get ahead, but I'm already Tech 4, so I have an advantage for a while. And that's why I took the Master of the Mint guy. Now, my inflation will be kept on top of while I'm doing everything else. I just need to be careful of Transoxiana. They've got slightly more troops. I don't think they'd engage because I'm a tech level higher. No, I'm not. We're the same tech level now. So I do need to be careful. Let's keep units together then. Yeah, they would have moved into Merv. So I've done that in the kind of correct notion, I would say. Now if they try to attack me in Bukhara, I would move from the other province and get that done. So for now, let's finish off Ryazan, and then I'll take the excess troops down to help with Bukhara. Transoxiana, sorry. So, Ryazan is totally mine. Thank you. I now have feudalism, courtesy of Ryazan. So note that it's currently, well, it's 4 provinces, but it's not quite 10% yet. I need to wait for it to be caught up. Then I can put it as a temporary state, and then I'll get Renaissance. Then I can, feudalism. Then I can go back to the thing and the stuff. You get what I'm trying to say. I'm a little bit lost in the source right now. But believe me, I do have a plan. It happens sometimes. So there we go. Let's bring this down. I imagine it might even have to help deal with the Uzbek tribes and such. I also got another mission complete. What are we saying? Tighten the yoke, which gives me more claims over Russia. Way. And yeah, Great Horde are being attacked by Crimea. So I'm glad that I've secured the rest. And I'll keep the fort on Ryazan. Kazan and Ryazan I'm keeping because I'm going to fight Muscovy soon. Let's see here. Crimea's opinion of Uzbek is at least 50. I can improve relations. Let's give that a shot. And yes, I'm still slightly earning money in the treasury, which is kind of helpful. I'll send the mercs in to deal with Qingmi Tura, and when the Grand Company run out of manpower, I think I'll replace it with the Independent. Quite honestly. What percent are Transoxiana? They're 175%, so I can take half their lands. I may also then follow up with a war versus, say, the Timurids or someone, so I can grab more of this Persian land to secure stuff, honestly. So what's going on here? I'm going to take such other rules of warfare, lose a little bit of prestige and the non-professionalism this campaign currently has, for money and sword manor. That's a fair exchange, I would say. So yeah, the plan will be to bring the mercs down. I'm actually going to move the 11k away from Transoxiana in the meantime. Because I don't want them to come along and attack me. If they do attack me, I can also just temporarily reinforce with this army. So it's okay. But that's right, Bukhara is a level 2 fort. Shout outs to the TF2 fans on that one. So the treasury is still looking okay, as mentioned, mostly because I now have a fort. Currently at 50% autonomy. I'll probably lower that when I can. Remember, you can't lower autonomy while at war. But the plan is to have the gold mine float my army for quite some time here. You know, make it all respectable. And yes, they're now moving away. Can I? No. I don't need to grab something or other. What don't I need to grab? I don't need to grab the ticking war score against Transoxiana here, but it would help to have some extra prestige, extra war score from battles. And yeah, I didn't mind the mercs taking a beating there, as discussed. Once they are down, I will change them. So they're doing their job, basically. They're there to take a beating, and I'll get rid of them post-haste. So let's remove from Genoa there. Because Genoa, what? I don't need it. So what would I, in theory, be able to take from Transoxiana? I could take Bucharest and Markand. I could then take, I don't know, some of this. I could do that for 99 war score worth. I don't mind that. And that borders me with the Timurids via Kujand. At the moment. I'm not actually relying on keeping a border with Timurids via that though. For the moment. Let's just sit around. The guy fighting the Timurids. I could fight Crimea, Kazan and Magulistan together, but I think I'd wait until I could make the war based on Crimea, I think. And there we go. Astrakhani separatists. Good thing I removed the fort in Astrakhan. But don't worry, that was part of the plan. I need to keep the forts in Kazan and Ryazan to take on Muscovy. Then I'll probably delete them once Muscovites are dead in the water. Is my intentions. Can I take on these 1Ks? I mean, I might have to do a lot of manoeuvring here just because of forts. If I move into Khiva, there's a 1K stack here. That's moving into Conchikala. If I wait for it to lock, I'll grab an extra free and easy 4 war score. You know what, let's take on the... No, the ones in the Kazani fort can just be held off by the fort. Quite frankly. 4 war score. Now I've had ticking, I believe. Yeah. Plus 17 from 2 battles. Wow. Goes to show about them stack wipes, huh? And great, the Kazani separatists actually have a breach on the fort. Isn't that just crazy? Isn't that just crazy? And oh, I was too late on this. That's fine. I'll just change my mind. And just move on to another one of their provinces, even though I probably don't even need to do that. So if I don't need to do it, why don't I just not do it? Yeah, we're gonna quickly stop the Kazani advance there. No thank you. That's a bit close to home. A bit close to call. Muscovy is still Tech 3. Excellent stuff. There we go. Transoxiana will give me what I want. And a little bit of money. Good. So, let's raise some provinces. You know the drill. Get money. Make coring cheaper. Blah 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 blah. Excellent. That will do. I'm not quite at 136%, and besides, I'll have Circassia and all the rest of it caught up pretty soon. I'm not fussed. Let's make Oirat arrival, maybe? I want to make it Muscovy, honestly. I could also make it say QQ. Transoxiana would work, but I think the plan is to go Oirat with my current plans here. Because we'll do Muscovy, then swing east, I think. And yes, I now have Tribal Conquest versus the Timmies. All within the realms of expectations. I'll probably remove the fort from Bukhara here soon. In the meantime, my feudalism isn't quite 10% yet. Once I've cored Ryazan, etc. That should be fine though. And yes, more separatists. I was expecting all this. It's a shame that it's on my gold fort though, quite honestly. That's kind of a kicker. Oh well, no less than expected, huh? Let's use the... Oh, I could get, say, the Kazakh company. 7 ducats a month, though. Grand company's already hired by us. Oh yeah, I guess it is, isn't it? So in that case, then, I'll need to work out what merc company I need. Because I can't take the one I was going to take because silly me forgot I already had the Grand Company. Oh well. Local separatists. But again, I could get rid of the Grand Company and put on, say, the Kazakh Company. That could work. I think we'll do manpower units versus Muscovy. So I'll declare that war in a second. And then I'll get the mercs to run around and fight people. The rebels. Maybe. We've lost Conquest versus Timurids as expected because Transoxiana took the land. That's why I wasn't too enamoured. Or too worried, I suppose. Let's go into Udmurtia. What I am going to do in the meantime though is let's split 3 units off. I'll get rid of the 44 here in a second. Don't need to waste reinforcing power on that. Reinforcing manpower on that, sorry. Okay, it just did that 1 month tick, but that's fine. We can handle a month tick there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to declare war on Muscovy, tribal conquest. I'll get these mercs over to this side. Oh no, I don't even need to worry. Oirat can deal with my Uzbek separatists. My Mongol separatists or whatever. My Chagatai ones, whatever these ones are. Yeah, Mogul separatists because it's the Mogulistan. You get the drift. I'll deal with the Circassians because I have to. Then I'll put all my units together. These two straight into there. We're still ahead of Muscovy. Muscovy probably won't take up for a little while here, so I should be fine. Muscovy are notorious for not keeping up in tech. I couldn't quite get to plus 50 relations. So who do you hate, Crimea? Great Horde in Georgia. I can send a scornful. That will help with the relations, giving me my mission, which I wanted to get completed. So I'm happy with that. And we'll continue to move towards legalism. I don't even think I really need the mercs. But Muscovy might move off if I move too many units in. So it's a fine balance, isn't it? Alright, we'll send the 2k here off to Baraba first. So Nagai, you've got quite a few alliances there, my guy. The main one of the alliance is actually the Magulistan alliance. And yeah, as expected, they moved away. They did not like my encroaching units. So in that case then, I need to move back around this way. See if I can't get a unit onto a siege mode. Let's send this with the siege general to Nizhny. And this general sits here. And we'll sit in, say, Tambov at the moment. Sounds like a plan. Also note that this is a good time for my coring to finish up, otherwise and oh, they're trying to siege me down over here. Can't be having that. You're incredibly close to my gold mine. That is not where I want to go. There's a reason why it's a gold mine and not a gold yours, basically. So how about no? Let's keep moving. This needs to come down here. These guys are going to pave the way so that the others can't cross through. Muscovy might try and come and attack me in Nizhny. There's only 9k. And it is woods, so that would be a... no pun intended, but that would be a win their side. Also, they've all stopped moving. I kind of don't want to fight you in mountains, and you realise this. Okay, coring is starting to be done. Literally just waiting for them to move off Bashgir. Or to see what I can catch in Bashgir. Ryazanian separatists, that will weaken the Muscovites. Kinda need access in Nagai, but they'd never give it to me. I should have put a... I can still do it, but I should have put a spy network in Muscovy a long time ago. So let's start doing that. And I'm going to just move the one stack towards Ryazan. I want to see how these guys react to me moving. Yeah, okay. They're starting to move away. Nope, they don't. We will actually commit to Ryazan then, I think. They're not committing to the siege. So if I give it just a second, let some of these guys lock in. I'll start chasing people into the steppes. Go on. Just note that the plan is to still get Muscovite land. Hold on, what was I trying to say? I feel like I've lost my edge today. It's been a very long day of streaming before I recorded all this. What the hell? They stopped going over there and now they're... I don't know what's going on. I could have just done this a while ago apparently. Thanks for the war school dummies. That was a lot easier than I anticipated. Let's now send these guys down to deal with the Circassians. You're not allowed independence. We've won Nizhny Novgorod. Amazing. Let's move this down. And then what would Kazakh company cost? 7 ducats a month. My current ones are giving me 2, so that'd be an even bigger loss. I feel like that loss might be worth it. Honestly. We'll see. I'll probably go to try and de-siege Nizhny. And I'll take them on there. Don't really care about Diptech, but I might have to take it. Oh, can you de-siege Bashgird real quick, please? Before we move on to Circassia. Kind of want my gold income back. That kind of skews numbers that I don't like. Them having gold. My gold. Stops me from making my income. Makes it look worse than what it is. Give me back my income. And yeah, I'm just casually taking out Skov. Thanks for the extra war score. Soon enough. I also like how they're in Starodub. That's me taking the Starodub, not you. Okay, let's go sit those guys in there. And we'll back you up here. So I've got my mine back. It's mine. Yeah, I think I'll leave Diptech until I actually have feudalism. Which, if I make Ryazan into a territory very quickly and let the month tick by, oh, I could have concentrated development on the Transoxiana region to make coring even cheaper. That's fine. But now, it should register that I have enough autonomy to get the... Oh, that's for a Renaissance. Hold on. Never mind. What is it? Slob the Ukraine. Then we'll statify Transoxiana. Don't worry, I'll get rid of all this once it's done. Let's let that work out. Because the autonomy for the territories versus the states will change. That's why it needs the tick of the month. It needs to register the fact that its autonomy is lower. Adding more of itself to the feudalism. Come on. Don't make me look stupid. I do a good enough job of that on my own. There you go. As planned. Now, I can just unstate, unstate. I never turned this into a state apparently. This was already a state, supposedly. You know, I might just leave Bukhara and Samarkand as a state and just have that there. That's just going to sit there. I need to eventually core it up because I need to form Bukhara in the middle anyway. Yes, that is part of the plan. It will be, put simply, it will help turn my units to Muslim rather than nomadic steppe group. Nice little improvement there. But you'll see that down the line, so don't worry about it. Apparently I'm also now in the Great Powers list. Excellent. For I am currently 3rd. Wow. Step your game up, Ottomans. We'll send the general here. This way. What are they doing? They're moving away. They wouldn't want to get involved. Muscovy is still Tech 3. Oh, this is just going to be a roll. Even if it is in woods. Even with a 0. Holy heck. Even with a 0. Even in woods. Stack wipe. Amazing. Let's get you off Kazan. And let's stop the Circassian rebels. So yeah, basically Muscovy are already done. Where are you going? Bashgir. Not again. Don't make me do it. Oh well, whatever. If I can just take the capital, I'll probably be able to expand my way this way. Cut off Muscovy from Lithuania, Poland, maybe? Maybe get myself bordering Novgorod. That could be a nice prospect. We'll see. So what are you going to do now? Guys, you're all in Bashgir. You've siphoned my money. You're stuck in the mountain province. I'm taking your overlord's capital. What you doing? I suppose the answer to that is we'll find out next time. We'll find out what happens as we go. So for now, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you again soon.